What's up, fifth grade? So, today, what we're going to do is called the coin array task. And it's going to draw some similarities from the task you did last week on Friday, where you had to find out the amount of all the coins put in the coin start machine. Okay. So, the first thing you're going to do is you got to figure out what's going on. What's the situation? So, the situation is this: you want to buy this game, and you want to know if you have enough money in your bank to buy this game. The game right here costs $17.95. Or if I was going to read this decimal not as money, I would say 17 and 95 hundredths. Okay. We know that 9 right there is in the tenths place. So we would think about that like dimes. And we know the 5 right there is in the hundredths place. So we're going to think about that like pennies. So we got to know, do we have enough money to buy this game? We're not going to put tax into it. We're not going to go into that quite yet. But 17.95 flat. All right. So there's a lot of things you need to know. Right? And the first thing you need to know is how much money's in my bank. Right. And so here you go. Robert Kaplinski, who's a great mathematician, is going to show us how much money is in the bank. And for 26 seconds, as soon as it loads, you're going to find out how much money's in the bank. And there you go. Now you can efficiently do this math problem because hopefully you were slowly counting out all the coins as he was pouring them out into the bowl. Maybe not so much. Robert, this is not the most efficient video. So when we look at the last couple of seconds when he got all the coins out of the bank, he had a bowl and it's full of money, right? So if we just look at this still picture right here. Maybe we won't look at the still picture. If I said how much money is in the bowl, could you honestly tell me? Probably not. All right. But can you estimate how much is in the bowl? We know that our game costs $17.95, and we're hoping that we have enough money. And so if I estimate something like, there's probably like $1,000 in there, that's really not a very good estimate. If I estimate like, there's 12 cents in there, I could see more than 12 cents. So I want you to estimate using parameters and thinking strategically about that choice of how much money do you think is in there. So on whatever paper you're using, write an estimate. Estimate whatever it is. I'm going to write mine down too. So the challenges for you today and the 3 questions you're going to need to answer are: how do you know if you have enough money in your coin bank to buy the game? If there is extra money, how much extra do you have? So once you're done counting it, if you went over, you get to now subtract back and tell me how much extra you have. If there is not enough money, because again, we don't know, if there's not enough, how much more do you need? So if you end out at $15.12, how much more do you need to get to $17.95? So you can have an array of questions to answer, just those 3. So to help you guys out, I'm going to do my favorite part of every math task, the parallel problem. And I also really miss sports. So some of you guys are feeling me on that. I'm kind of missing sports. So thinking about football a lot lately. So the parallel problem is this. I have a newfound love, and it is these Milky Way salted caramel. They're so good. It is like the perfect balance between salty and sweet. Amazing. So I love them. What I need to know is I need more of them, and they cost $1.09. Or if I was going to read this decimal not as money, it would be 1 900ths. That 9 is in the hundredth space, and there's a 0 in the tenth, so I don't have a full tenth there. So each candy bar cost $1.09, and I went into my car because parents and adults always keep change like in that center part of their car, and I do too because people hand me change and I just quick throw it in there. So I need to know if I have enough to buy the delicious candy bar, Milky Way salted caramel. Okay, so I looked in my car and this is what I got. I got 3 quarters, I got 1 dime, 2 nickels, 4 pennies. Okay, so I got to figure out, do I have enough or do I need to keep searching through my car to find more money? All right, so I'm going to think about this. I'm going to use some different colors here because I like colors. So I know for one that each quarter is 25 cents. Or I'm going to write it as 25 hundredths. And it would probably help if I didn't move this around as much. 25 hundredths. So essentially my math problem right here is 25 hundredths plus 25 hundredths. I'm going to come down a little bit plus 25 hundredths. I know 2 hundredths plus 2 hundredths plus 2, or excuse me, 2 tenths plus 2 tenths plus 2 tenths, 2, 4, 6. So I got 6 tenths plus 5, 10, 15 hundredths. All right, so now I got 6 tenths plus 1 more tenth, 70, and 70 plus 5 hundredths is 75 hundredths. All right, so I got 75 cents, 75 hundredths so far. I know a dime. I'm going to change my color. I know my dime is worth 10 cents. I can write that as 1/10, or I can write that as 10 hundredths. And I'm sorry that my handwriting is even worse on the whiteboard, but I'm going to try really hard. So I got 10 cents or 1/10, and I know 75 hundredths plus 1/10 would be 85 hundredths, right? And then I got these 2 nickels. So I got 5 cents, which is not 5 tenths, 5 hundredths. And I got another 5 hundredths. And I know that 5 hundredths plus 5 hundredths is 1/10 again, or 10 hundredths. And I know 85 plus 1 more tenth is 95. Okay, getting there. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. I know pennies are only worth 1 cent, so I have 4 hundredths. So I've got my quarters, which are 75 hundredths. I got a dime, which is 1/10 or 10 hundredths. And I got 2 nickels, which are each worth 5 hundredths. So I got another tenth there. And then I got 4 pennies. So I got 4 hundredths. So let's see. I got 75 hundredths, 85 hundredths, 95 hundredths, 96 hundredths, 97 hundredths, 98 hundredths, 99 hundredths. So right now as I switch out my color, am at 99 hundredths. And I need to get to $1.09 or 1 900. So I definitely don't have enough. So at this point, I would frantically search through the center console of my car in hopes that there was some more change. So I got to think about how much more do I need. I know that 99 hundredths to $1 or 1 whole is just 1 penny. So I have 1 cent, and then I need 9 more, right? So essentially I need to find 1 more dime or 10 cents or 1/10 of that dollar in order to get a Milky Way. That's not too bad. I could probably find 1 dime in my car somewhere, or 2 quarters, or 2 nickels, not 2 quarters. So I've gone through a lot of this. You've seen me kind of add up to it. You've seen this bowl. Now, essentially, if we were in class, I would ask you, what else do you want to know? But we're not in class, unfortunately, which BT dubs, I miss you guys a lot. So we estimated how much money was in that bowl, and now we got to find out how much. So to help you out, he made another video. And what he did was he organized the coins, because I don't know if you guys were like me when you were a kid. So, well, you're still kids. When I was a kid, I used to take all my money out of my banks, and I would organize it. And I didn't even realize that I was essentially doing accounting collection. But what he did was he organized it. So let's check out what he did and how he organized it and how we can make this a little bit easier than just looking in the bowl. And as soon as it loads, there we go. Okay, so he's organizing it, and he organized it into something familiar, something mathematical called an array. So what you need to do is answer these 3 questions. How do you know if you have enough money in your coin bank to buy the game? If there's extra, how much extra? If there's not extra, how much more do you need? So right here, you've got your pennies, your quarters, your dimes, your nickels, No, excuse me, your nickels are right here. And then these coins right here are dollar coins. So they're worth one whole dollar all by themselves. Some of you guys have seen them, some of you guys might not have. So what you need to know is in Google Classroom, under this problem where this video is, there's an attachment for you. And the attachment is a picture. This picture is a picture of those coins laid out. So you can use that to do your work. Do your work on a separate piece of paper, maybe a couple pieces of paper, depending on what you're doing. You have to, hear me, you have to upload your work. Picture, whatever you're doing, you have to upload your work to Google Classroom. There's another video down below this one on the link that will show you exactly how to upload it. Do not share it just straight out. Okay, because at the end of the week, when we're trying to send home progress reports, if you shared 4 things with me and your friend shared 9 things with me and everybody's sharing everything, so that's 67 students, it's too much. And so it's really hard to find everything. So you have to upload it to Google Classroom. So down below is a video that shows you exactly how to do that. Answer these 3 questions, get back to me. I do have an answer video for this, so as soon as you send me your work, I'll send you the answer video, okay? So I love you guys. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're working really hard as mathematicians and do good work. Email me if you have any questions.